not going to share it that way. We're just going to share the video.
Okay.
So what, oh, there. And then it just seems blurry.
Yeah.
That's me.
I don't know how. Do you know how to do it?
No, it's worse.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Perfect.
Do you want me,
Do you, if you make it, that's,
there you are, Lori. I haven't hit start yet, so it's not recording.
pick your nuts right.
I have literally 9, 10, 11, 12, and a 2.
I don't know.
No adjustments for the camera.
Yeah, that seems odd. Is there, do you want to touch it? Is there any way that would,
I don't really do the Zoom meetings myself either.
do you guys know how to focus if we're having issues with the camera not being real?
It should just autofocus.
No, I thought it automatically did.
Yeah.
Is it the,
Ooh, it is blurry, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Something around the
Is it new? Does it have like a sheet on it? A film?
clear now.
Is it just like the distance?
Or do we need to be closer?
Well, we've done it from back here before.
Yeah.
weird? And now Terry's out. He's done some of them, but
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way to focus on there?
I'm not seeing any buttons that say
Mm-mm.
focus. It just has like
Try to do a camera, I think you go.
that's the Logitech webcam, right?
Mm-hmm. That is weird.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I might. Julie, can I leave you and him to get that figured out?
Yeah.
If we need to start, we can.
Yeah. No,
We can-
go ahead.
And we can always. As you guys are coming in, if you want to go ahead and fill up a bento box
I think that's so.
and complete a little self-assessment, then you can do that. You can start enjoying yourselves.
I know. I thought about it, but then I thought, okay, if that's screen, then it's not like, but I'm gonna like have too many windows. That's why I did it. You probably fine.
Yeah.
Okay, much better. Yeah. Okay. I just think she guys actually answered. That's true. Now I can go ahead and push that and get started. And we don't want the screen. I want the big camera. How do I do that? This contact is a camera. Yeah. Yay! Whoa!
Oh, it's your camera.
I know what that is. Hello. How do we do this? You know, so how do we do it? Technology. So if you want to show the video, I think you have, well, is it gonna be? No, that's just gonna be the screen. We just want them to see it. Oh, okay. Yeah. So if I have your audience, should we share? There. Yeah. Then maybe check with them and say, hey, just let me know if you can know. Oh, stop sharing. This one. And then maybe just chat and say, hey, are you guys, do you see this? Are you seeing normal? The camera's better. Yeah. Are you? I might need, Rachel, do you need me? Okay. Yeah. We don't like, okay, you want me to answer? Yeah. Yeah. Just take your picture. Thank you. Oh, she can have the one I'm in. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were going to be there too. No, I'm talking. So I don't need to do anything. So how do I raise my hands if there's questions? So how people mid off? And now they can see those ones. We should probably cut away with this mic on. Hi guys, can you hear me online? Thanks, Emily. That was a quick response. I appreciate it. Okay, so all of you online, what people are doing right now is they are just getting their bento boxes. And so we'll get started in just a few minutes with the actual presentation. So if you heard me just say that, you can post it at my somebody gets to on the group chat. Yeah. Those are the best, I think. Okay. I'm gonna go see if Mary is enough emails. I'll be right back. Thanks. And if you guys want to take two sides, you know, that's fine. You go run that, or if you do. Oh, yeah. Lori, we met, it's been a while. So, oh, okay. Good afternoon. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay, as your so far online guests, thank you and welcome. If you want to write us quiet at the moment, we have our participants filling out a little self-assessment. What I will ask any of you that are doing us online to do is if you can email me, you can just email the IP address, you can email Flanagan Sarah at clarksoncollege.edu. I will send you a copy of the self-assessment as well, so that even though we don't have it at the moment, as soon as we're done today, you should have that self-care assessment to complete along with the rest of the group. Others are also needing food, so that's one thing we can't do digitally is like virtually send you all these goodies, but we would if we could. If anybody needs a pen, would you raise your hand for the self-assessment? And that way Julie can come around and make sure everybody has what they need. For our distance participants, just so you know, we do have Rachel Pfeiffer, who's an instructor here at the college. She is manning our online web chat. So if you guys have questions or comments, just type those in, and she'll be able to make sure that those get heard by the rest of the group. We'll wait about 2 minutes so people can keep working on their assessments, and then we will get started officially.
You never.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Does everybody have food that's here on campus? You're welcome to enjoy that now or take it with you. If we have extras at the end, we will allow you to refill your bento box. So we'll do this to save you for later. So we'll go ahead and get started. Hopefully, like I said, everybody had a chance to work on that self-care assessment. We'll get our online students a copy of that as soon as we're finished as well. We'll just start with quick introductions. My name is Sarah Flanagan. I'm the Director of Community Health here at the college, which is an academic program, and I also work on our interprofessional education. So if you have IPE questions, I'm your go-to gal. And this is Mary.
Hi everyone, I'm Mary Dishman, the Assistant Director for Undergraduate Nursing. I'm glad everyone was able to make it.
All right. So, IPE, because we have questions about this. For those of you that are new to the college, we just finished our first full year of IPE for students. Right? So we were working out a couple keys, but we're excited to have you all here. I will tell you, first and foremost, that you will see lots of events on campus. Student support team, diversity council, wellness committee, there are a lot of different student groups as well. We encourage you to come to all those events, regardless of whether or not you get credit for a class or events that you have to check off. Please try and come to as many as you can, because it's a great way to meet other people, to learn about important topics. Just so you know too, the topics that we cover were selected by students. So at the end of every year, we always do a survey, find out what students want to learn about, as well as faculty and staff, so we can have a little community feel when we have these different events. If you have completed the first 4 modules of your IPE 301 course, you can count today for an IPE knowledge event. Okay, so what you'll do is then you would go into module 5, you pull out the reflection about what you learned and how you apply it, and then you would have that already submitted for the class. If you haven't done your first 4 modules, that's okay. You have the whole semester to do your first 4 modules. This just wouldn't count as one of those events for you, but we still want you to be here, and we still appreciate you participating today. Any questions about IPE components? Okay. Just by show of hands. So, go ahead. So, like I shared, I'm with community health, nutrition, and nursing. I'm curious about who our audience is. So, for the on-campus students, how many students are nursing? If you raise your hand. My gosh, almost everybody. Do we have any PTA students? How about any radiography? Community health? They're online. How about our online, Rachel? Do we have anybody chiming in? If you're online with us via Zoom, can you let us know what your program is?
Nursing.
Master FNP.
Oh, Master's Family Nurse Practitioner, very good.
Nursing.
More nursing.
DNP.
DNP.
DNP, very good. So we have a nice variety. We also, if you raise your hand if you're faculty or staff today. See, all around the room. So that's one of the things I love most about Clarkson is we don't differentiate. We want everybody to be part of the community together. So thank you all for being here. As we get started, like we talked about, the first thing you're going to do is make our little bento box. There's a little green slip on your table. Bento boxes are really popular right now. You probably have seen them on stores. In the stores, if any of you are into Pinterest, you've seen these crazy cool examples of parents who spend 45 minutes per child lunch, which as a parent of 2, I think that's a bit excessive, but hey, whatever you're really in, that's cool. But really, it's a Japanese tradition. So if we go back hundreds of years, people that worked in the fields would pack a bento box and take it with them to house their meal for the day. And they had different compartments, so they could have different types of food. And so as Mary and I were thinking, and the rest of the student support team, we're thinking about what would be fun activities that kind of check the list of what students wanted to learn more about. We thought this is kind of a fun way to bring together elements of nutrition as part of, but not the only aspect of self-care. And so that's kind of the fun little piece today. By nature, when you look at your bento box, this one has 3 compartments. You can get them with more than that. But it kind of forces us to try to balance things out a little bit, right? Or to have things in moderation. I would love to have all my bento boxes filled with brownies. That's probably not a good idea. So at least then I'm okay, if I'm gonna have a brownie, then I better put in some carrots or some cheese or whatever it might be. So these are yours to keep. Okay? They are, we make sure we purchase ones that are reusable, they have a lid that comes with them, so we hope that you won't throw them away. We purchase these as a gift for you, so please use them and keep reusing them. We'll come back to your self-assessment in a second. So as we think about it, we all want this, don't we? You get a little lever where you're trying to balance all these different responsibilities. We have work, life, school. How many of you are going to school full time? Okay, how about working full time? How many of you have children that you're raising or helping to care for? How many are working outside of school? Did I say that already? I did. I may go to school. I need my own balance. At your tables, real quick, just for a second, share with other people what other types of responsibilities you're juggling right now that you're trying to balance. Okay, so a lot of I use for some great anatomies, right? So we're trying to balance our hobbies and our leisure activities. And sometimes during school, if you ever find yourself being like, what's social life? I don't have time for hobbies and for fun. But it's important that we try to make time for that, even if it's just a little bit every week. So we all want this. We all want this balance. But sometimes this is how it feels. Right? We're trying to juggle everything, not just with our hands, but even our feet or our heads or whatever we can use, our hips, right? To keep things afloat, to keep things going. So we recognize that. We acknowledge the difficulty, and I will tell you, those of you who our students that your faculty and staff, we love you and adore you, but we're also struggling with this, right? This isn't something that you magically learn this secret and suddenly you master the faculty life. It's an ongoing journey, ongoing struggle in some cases. And so we'll talk about some things that we can do today to help all of us, regardless of what those priorities are, what those responsibilities that we're facing in life. Why do we want to have balance? Aside from just making your bento box look pretty with different colored kinds of foods, if we are able to slowly over time develop more of balance, we find not only our energy levels going up, but our relationships improve. Why might that be? Any ideas? Yeah, you're less happy. That's a great one. What else? You have time for them. Anybody feel like by the end of the day you're so exhausted you don't have anything left to give? Yeah. So maybe there's some little things we can do during the day to change that so we conserve some of that energy and then we're more available to our family and friends. My husband will say that, why, you're so nice to everybody at work and you come help me and you're grumpy. I'm like, I'm normal. I think we all do that. We don't need to, but we inadvertently take out those people that we care the most about. So even just being aware of that is the first step, right? Then we can work on not having that happen as much. On the other side, we see things that go up. On the right side, now we see the things that decrease, which is good. Our stress levels go down when we find balance. So it helps us be more available, that helps us be less grumpy, but it also helps our anxiety go down. And when our anxiety goes down and our stress levels go down, we can think more clearly. Right? Which means those study sessions are more effective. We're retaining more of that information. We're not getting into as many petty little arguments or misunderstanding people's text messages or Instagram posts or whatever it might be. We're able to sleep better if we have less anxiety and less stress. We're more productive and we feel happier. So these are just some quick, obviously we can go on an exhaustive list of benefits of finding balance, but these are 4 big ones that really stood out as Mary and I were working. Mary's going to talk more about stress and some of these other kind of tips and things that we can do.
Sorry, if you were in mental health last Wednesday, you already heard these. Okay, stress, what is it? Stress, you're all like going, my life is stress. But we know that when we are stressed, our life becomes more and more out of balance. So stress is that inability to cope with either perceived or actual threats we have that coming into our lives, okay, or demands. And we know it affects us mentally, emotionally, and spiritual well-being when we're stressed out. But one thing about stress, what stresses me out may not stress another person out. But what stresses you out, I may think, oh, that's no big deal. I've had more. So everyone perceives it so much more differently. But we know, how about a little stress? Is a little stress okay? Yeah, because we know it motivates us. It does, and I know it motivates me a little bit of stress. It's like, oh my God, I have to get things done and posted by Monday morning. You guys are all been there, students, right? Oh, I got to get my post done by 11:59 on Sunday night. So you're trying, so you're stressed, so you're getting it done, okay? But also helps us to have goals. So being stressed out helps us to aspire to obtain our goals in life. Helps you become more confident. It can help us become even just physically stronger too. It raises alertness. That means like when you're stressed out, you're more in tune to the environment and more in tune with what's going on around you. So you're looking for things. Okay? So it's kind of a protective measure that we've been given. But we know that stress over a long-term period is bad. Okay, and that's the problem is when you become stressed out, it's that long-term distress that demotivates us. We can't concentrate anymore, and we just can't get things done. And we know that it has physical effects. Who can tell me from my old behavioral health days? What is stress release? What What's our body do when it's stressed out? What are those little chemicals called? Catecholamines. Right. So all those catecholamines and cortisol gets released when we become stressed, either bad or good. Man, you guys, I didn't teach you guys that. So we know that our body releases cortisol and catecholamines, which what? What does it do to our heart rate? It goes up. Our blood pressure goes up, our respiratory rate goes up, and our blood sugars go up. This happens in good or bad stress, but what happens over time? So if someone who's constantly stressed out, what happens to their blood sugar? They're constantly being risen, okay? But they always have high blood sugars, which can lead to what? Diabetes, okay? High blood pressure, okay? Or increased heart rate and blood pressure, heart disease. It also affects our immune system too. Where how many of you guys have been stressed out and think, yeah, I got another cold. I just had one 2 months ago and I have another one. Right? We know that happens. Okay. And we know chronic stress is actually a major contributor to chronic disease. And that's been proven through studies. So signs that you are stressed. Okay. You worry, and you worry, and you worry, you ruminate. You lay down in bed, and the first thing that pops into your head is all the things you have to do today and tomorrow, right? And you just constantly worry about it. Okay? That's rumination. And you can't shut it off. Okay? All of a sudden, you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and that same thought of worry is still stuck in your head. Okay? Difficulty concentrating. So that means you're jumping from one task to another. It's like, man, I can't get anything done because I'm constantly, I start this, okay, I start my one topic, okay, I get a little bit done, and then I jump on to the next. So really hard completing task. Memory. I know my memory is totally defunct when I'm stressed out. That I can't remember even what I have to do later today. I'm totally stressed out, okay? And just trouble thinking through processes, okay? Our thinking processes become really, really difficult when we're stressed out. Other things that show that you're stressed, insomnia. How many of you guys have a hard time falling asleep at night? How many of you guys wake up at 3 a.m.? And then it's like an hour later, you can't fall asleep and you're still sitting there and then you're playing video games at 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Early stage of insomnia, that means when you can't fall asleep. You lay there for 30, 60 minutes and you just cannot fall asleep. Again, middle is when you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't fall back to sleep. Okay. And we know those are all signs of being stressed out. Feeling jittery or agitated. You sit there and you just kind of tap your foot, or you just can't sit still. Okay? Shoulder neckness. Your back hurts, your neck hurts, you're just sore, you have ache, right? So we know those are physical. What are some other physical signs that people are stressed? So just maybe take a couple of minutes at your table with a partner and talk about other physical signs about being stressed. So what are some of the other signs that people know they're stressed out physically? Weight loss, overeating, yes, headaches, pardon, your hair starts to fall out, that happens, GI upsets, not well groomed, so maybe starting to get a little depressed, right? So the mental health effects, okay? So we want this. So how do we get there? Here's a couple ways. Okay, I'm gonna talk about it. Unplug. Where you guys intentionally unplug every day? A couple of you, good. Okay, setting limits. How many of you guys can tell a person no and not feel guilty about it? You guys want to be in healthcare, you did. And self-care, taking time out of your day, your week to actually do something intentionally for yourself. And like that, spread yourself too thin. I think as Americans, we do that all the time, don't we? How many of you guys have been to Europe? They have it down. They take siestas and afternoon naps. They close the shops. Pardon? Watch self-care? Too much. There's such thing as too much. Let's talk about unplugging first. We know with electronics, it's a 24/7 communication. Okay? We have to be connected. How do you guys sit with your phone underneath the pillow? Just in case, right? We know communicating with others has made, electronics have made it easier with that communication piece. Or has it made it easier to communicate with others? Just throw it out there. We have 24/7 access to information. You can pretty much Google anything, can't you? Or now, not Google, Alexa. You know, or Siri, or whatever you have to ask. She will tell you all. Okay. But the problem is, we feel like we constantly have to have our phone with us. We constantly have to look at it. And we constantly have to answer to who's ever calling us, who's ever texting us. No one calls anymore. It's either a text or Snapchat or Instagram, right? So, and that's certain problems. How many of you guys have your work emails on your phone? Yeah, then you feel like you have to constantly answer that work email. Okay. Plugging it out there for people who have their work. How many of you guys have your school that automatically taps in, so you constantly have to look at it? What's coming through? Canvas, every time you Canvas, somebody posts something in Canvas, you get a little beat, don't you? It alerts you. Okay. And what about social media? Social media, we love social media. But what do people post on their social media? Frustrations are the good stuff. They only show you what's good in their life. But if you went behind their closed door, is it all good? Right. So we know that social media can have a false sense of everyone's happy and everyone has a great life, right? We know that's not true. Also, when we don't unplug, we have really less time to really think and less of an interactional skills. I remember being at a restaurant. My late significant other was deaf, and I communicated more verbally together than we saw one couple one time. They were literally texting each other across the table. He was deaf, so I had to use sign language. So we didn't text, but we could, but we didn't. So that's what I mean about some of that interaction. And you guys text your friends in the same room. Yeah. My son will text me from his bedroom, which is 2 feet from the kitchen. I will not answer. So let's look at some tips about setting limits. When you eat, how many of you can set your phone in another room and not look at it while you eat? It's hard, isn't it? I can. I don't have my phone with me to set on the desk. Okay, so setting that phone either away from you, where you eat, where you have family time, or when you sleep. Okay, try that one night, just one night or one day to do that. Okay, and we know that the light on our phones or light on our electronic health devices interfere with sleep because of the lighting of it, unless you have the filters on. Some people do have the filters, which help decrease, because we know those light can affect circadian rhythms. So, okay, when you're interacting with others, put that phone away. Okay, just try it, and do not send volatile emails or text messages. What's the rule about sending a hostile email or text? Take 24 hours before you hit that send button. And then you go back and reread it, and you're like, oh, maybe I better not send that, right? Because we do that in the moment, especially when we're easily stressed, right? Okay. So, I challenge each and every one of you to take 5 or 10 minutes to put your electronic devices away and just sit quietly and think about your day and think about what's ahead. How many of you guys are moms with little small children? The bathroom. Except if you use the bathroom, take the towel and put the towel underneath the door so the little fingers. That would be my haven. And little small fingers would come underneath the door. Hi, Mom. It's like, okay, I have to find a new spot. We can't find it. Boundaries. Saying no. In healthcare, we are probably one of the biggest offenders that cannot say no to anybody, right? Because why? Why do you think we don't want to say no? People pleasers? Right, we don't want them to think we don't care about them. Pardon? Busyness is definitely idolized in this country today. But what about saying no? Do not lie. Don't make an excuse. So if you really want to say no, don't lie to them and say, I have this other event. Don't. Just say no. No excuses. And no guilt. Those are hard to do. Some of you guys have said no and not felt guilt about it. Practice it. It's hard to do, isn't it? Clear your communication. And what I mean by this, when somebody asks you, hey Maria, can you help me do my project this weekend? And you're like, oh, and you say, but Mary, I'd really like to help you, but maybe if I had some time this weekend, maybe I could try to help you. What does that do? You're giving me that false sense of hope, right? That, ooh, she's going to come through. But you're really going to say, you know what? No, I have things I need to get done this weekend, and I'm sorry, I don't have time to help you this weekend. Okay. Be assertive and not aggressive. Know when you are at your limit. What are signs that you think you're at your limit? What? I know you guys have your sign.
Like you don't want to know.
What?
When I'm at my limit.
You don't want to know when you're at your limit? What do we do when we're at our limits? You're already at your worst, aren't you? And then you come across not being assertive, you come across as being pretty aggressive, don't you? Because that's when you tell people, can't you just do it yourself? Okay, and then they're like, and then you start offending and start putting other people's feelings when you start acting weird that way. So, again, when are times you have a hard time saying no? Pardon? At work? Family? What other times do you have a hard time saying no? If your boss asks you, yes, it's really hard to say no if your boss asks you to do something. So think about those situations where it's hard and to learn and practicing how to say no. So now we can revisit your self-esteem. self-care assessment.
You guys want to pull out the white sheet of paper? Everybody get a chance to finish. Okay, so if you have that self-care assessment, what I'd like you to do is take a few minutes. If you didn't get a chance, because some of you, and when you came in, were kind of rushed, kind of revisit that. See what your score was like. See if anything surprised you in a good way or a bad way. It can go either way. But then what I'd like you guys to do is share what you feel comfortable. At your tables, what are some ideas? Or maybe you don't jump that far yet. Before we get to ideas, what are some things that you've noticed? Right? Again, what you feel safe sharing. There's nothing super personal on these, but just have a little small group discussion with those at your table about any observations you have, things that surprised you, things you know, oh gosh, maybe I should kind of work on this one area. So we'll take a few minutes and just let your tables have that dialogue. Just a reminder for our online students, I apologize you didn't get this in advance. So remember, I will email you the self-care assessment as soon as we are finished with this. So my apologies. Let's go ahead with that in mind as you're visiting. The next thing is asking us to look at on your table. I'll also send this to our distance participants. You have a yellow handout that has some different ideas of things that you might do to take care of yourself. So there might be some things on here that already look familiar or maybe comfortable to you. For example, maybe you like your quiet time or you already enjoy playing with your pet. But there might be other things on there that are new to you. Like maybe you've never tried meditation or yoga. Or maybe you, I heard a table up here with a great idea having like a little gratitude board where you write down ideas every day of 3 things that you're thankful for. And actually research, if you look at positive psychology, it shows that 21 days is what it takes to form a new habit. So if for 21 days in a row, every night or every morning, whatever you prefer, you acknowledge 3 things that you're grateful for. After those 3 weeks pass, that becomes more of a habit. And you automatically start to seek out the good things around you instead of just those negative things that you might notice. So talk at your tables now about what are some things that you might try. What are some things, though, that might be a really good idea, but they're not on our list? And then you can jot that down. This is your sticky. You can jot that down. For our online participants, you can do the same thing. You can make a list of what you're already doing to care for yourself, or maybe what are some new things that you might like to try. What are some ideas of new things people have? Things that maybe aren't on the list that you already like to do or you might want to try? Playing with puppies, yes. So even though this says playing with your pet, if you're like me, you don't have any pets and your children don't count because they talk back. Then you can play with puppies. And that's actually a great kind of just a little plug for during finals week here, our alumni association actually sponsors with therapy dogs to come in. Yeah, but especially puppies. Like when they're babies and they're so cute and cuddly, you don't get mad if they make a mess on the carpet because they're just so little. Great idea. What are other things? Travel. Yeah, having getaways. And so it could be like actually getting out of town. Or nowadays we hear even more about staycations, right? Where you can actually just stay at home, which sounds silly, but think about it. How often are you actually just at home with nothing to do? It doesn't happen very often, so it's kind of nice to get that. So whether you're home relaxing or you can get away, you need kind of that new change of scenery, right? And help lift the spirits, help you see things in a new perspective. What's that? Take a walk. Yeah, there's another one where, science shows even just getting up and moving, even if it's a 10-minute walk, a 15-minute walk, doesn't have to be overly vigorous, right? It gives you more energy, you feel more excited, more happy, more ready to go back and tackle whatever that next task is. That's a great idea. Yeah. Absolutely. So Carolyn said volunteering. So it gets you out of your comfort zone. It helps you appreciate what you have. Helps you feel kind of that sense of altruism, like you're giving back. You're part of something bigger than just yourself. Absolutely. And I think that's really important too, because sometimes when we're in the midst of classes and we feel overwhelmed, we think, oh, my life is so horrible, my life is so hard. And you realize, oh, wow, I kind of have some luxurious first world problems compared to other people who maybe don't have a place to sleep, they may not have enough food or clothing for their children. So it does help us get kind of a different perspective. Absolutely. And it feels good. And most, I'll be honest, asking students to do service at Clarkson is not usually a hard sell because it's healthcare, right? We're here because we want to help people, we want to make a difference. So that's an encouraging opportunity for you guys as we have different things, embrace those and take advantage of it.
A couple of our online people talked about date nights, in-home date nights with their buddy. So that was a good thing. Or just planning a family outing. So those are all things that are great ideas too. I like the volunteerism. Yes, I teach classes down at Open River Mission on Mondays and Thursdays. And I did for internship, now I do it for volunteering. And yesterday we were talking about my day job pays my bills. And then all of a sudden, one of the gentlemen I teach with goes, well, what pays the inside? And I go, teaching this class. So I just had to reflect on that. That really helps.
Any other ideas? Massage, yeah. And so if you can, massage is one of those things like you have to be able to afford it because it's not usually free and don't go to those places if it's free. We do have, there are resources. In Omaha's big enough that we have different massage schools. So when I was in college, I would go there. So I would have a student in training in massages, but they're usually very conscientious and trying to do a really good job. And they're more affordable. We also have, just so you guys know that are new, we have relaxation stations. In the fall and the spring semester, we can come and do different things to relax and take care of yourself. And sometimes we have chair massages and table massages. And we also have PTA students that come as part of their training, and they give us arm and hand massages. So when you see that, come and take advantage of it. Learn how to do it. And I know it sounds weird, but I don't know, when I was in college, my girlfriends and I would give each other back rubs or arm rubs just to kind of help each other relax. And so you can do that. That's not weird. That's a great idea. Other things that you might try. Anybody else online, Rachel, that had other ideas?
Zumba and jazzercise were discussed 3 times.
Oh, wow. Three people Zumba and jazzercise. Absolutely. Again, right? That aerobic activity. Getting your body working, your heart pumping. Absolutely. And again, it doesn't have to be a 1-hour workout. Right? 15 minutes, 20 minutes, anything helps. Well, we encourage you, keep thinking of more things. As you go home, if you have family members, you can discuss this with them. If you have kiddos, since several of you raised your hand, think about what you might do as a family, like our online student suggested. That was great. Have a family outing. What we started doing is we just go for family walks at night. It might only be half an hour, but it gets the four of us out. We're off the bar, and we're away from our email. My girls are off YouTube videos they like to watch because they're 8 and 10. We just get some fresh air as a family. And then it often opens up those opportunities to talk about what people did that day. You know, what's going on in their lives, or sometimes we miss nowadays. We get too busy. That's it. Do we have any questions? If you think of them, anybody on the student support team who helped put this together is available. So in the room right now, you, Mary, myself. We have Julie Taylor Costello, who is in the, is that right there, like Russ, nice color. Rachel Pfeiffer is manning our laptop there for distant students. Linda Jensen, of course, I forget Linda at our check-in table. So anything that you have questions about, another place, I mean, anytime, just go to the website if you don't know, just type in student support team, and it'll pop up with information so you can reach us.
And thank you. And again, self-care is not selfish. Taking time for yourself is not selfish. And I like this teacher talking about I can't serve the empty vessel. So if we're empty, we can't serve another person. So think of our bodies as being your cell phone. What if you don't plug your cell phone in for a week? It dies, doesn't it? So that's what happens to our body. If we don't recharge it up, it's going to die. Now, do I mean literally, but it slows down and we can't function very well. And so, again, thanks for coming, and we do have some prizes, gift cards.
One thing that you will know that if we do student support program on campus,
Is that better? Okay, one thing that you'll know is we do student support team programs on campus. We have about one a month, if not more. There's always food, and there's always prizes. And there's always something that hopefully you can take with you to put into practice so that you can be better student, better professional, better parent, significant other, whatever that is. So with that, we do a random drawing. That's one of the reasons we have you sign in. And so our first gift card is it Long? Am I pronouncing that correctly? I'm sorry, I couldn't read the handwriting. It looked, so come on up. Yeah, Casey is the next one. Oh, and Callie. Where's Callie? Callie. Kaylee, so I did that the other day. She's not here? Okay, is it? It's K-A-L-I Peterson. I think it's Peterson. No, I thought I saw her. Okay, the next person, Amber. Amber G. So I can draw extra names just in case that happens. Yeah, you're welcome.
I thought I had another slide. I was clicking and it wasn't going. So the last piece I do want to do, and we'll segue for prizes, which is always cool. Since this is an IPE event, I do want us to think at our table, so you can just share with whoever's around you. How can you take what we talked about today and apply it personally and professionally? So you may have naturally talked about things in your personal life or professional, but maybe not both. So before we leave, if you could maybe set one goal, like something that you're going to try to do more of this semester or something you want to do less of this semester to help find that balance. Think about what that might be and share that with the others at your table. Also, thank you. As you do that, before you leave, if you're for the evaluation, again, this is a great way for us to keep track of what students enjoy and what other topics they might find. Okay? So we'll go ahead and let your tables kind of do that on your own. As you're finished, you're welcome to leave. But do try and set one goal for this semester to help improve your balance and your self-care. Thank you. Oh yes, and if you want to refill your Bento box, we have extras. So please do and take it with you.